What the f?
Why?
Why? And you got to do like the jump kick, and hopefully you don't kick.
If you have some plutonium, crack it open.
Start jerking it.
Rick and Stan are gonna take one for the team.
Welcome back. I'm Rick.
And I'm Stan.
And we're going to take one for the team.
Yes. We are, but we aren't because I think you're in for a treat.
Yeah, this was an interesting one.
This is a rare gem. It's not every day we come across a movie like we're about to do.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a lot that went into this one, and there's a backstory, and it's just there's a lot about this movie.
This is what it's all about.
This is what we started this podcast for.
This is what it's all about. These movies are why we do what we do. So what is the movie we're doing this week?
We're doing New York Ninja.
New York Ninja. Do we have a poster?
I think we do. Do we have a poster?
Uh-oh.
Yep.
We do. Yeah, that's a very busy poster. So yeah, it's called New York Ninja. There's a lot of history behind this movie. This is a very unique movie, and we're going to talk about the history of it, but we're going to go ahead and roll the trailer. We're going to dive right into this thing. This is going to be very entertaining. Roll that trailer.
Abductions of young women are still being reported. Another woman with mysterious radiation burns has been discovered.
We're gonna have a baby.
Oh my God.
I can't believe that John's wife was murdered.
You have to try and pull yourself together.
This city owes me
Well, what's that?
justice. Why won't anyone do anything?
We are strong on crime, and together we have the power.
This is a big city. We're doing what we can.
What happened?
Is he okay? What? Tell the others I'm coming for them.
I need you to help me.
I would, but I want them dead.
Crime has remained at an all-time low thanks to ninja fever.
We're going live with this.
These men murdered her because of what she saw. It's linked to these abductions.
There's something weighing us down. It's that damn ninja.
New York Ninja's a real hero.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It pretty much showed most of the clips we're going to show, but we're going to explain what they are. We usually drink on this podcast, you know that.
always drink.
Sometimes we do dumb little games. We're not doing a game today. We're just going to kind of do like a versus.
Yeah.
So we found two things. So there's a scene in this movie where they release the girls and they go right to this barrel, like a fire, like homeless people.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of the girls are kidnapping the homeless, and I assume that homeless people probably love s'mores because it's made with a campfire, you know?
Yeah.
So we got two drinks that we're drinking. What's the first one we're drinking?
Called Rebel Stoke Smorgasm.
S'moregasm. Do we have a picture? There we go.
Which we have a clip that's I mean, if this was green, it would be the only thing that would make it better compared to something that's shot in this movie.
Huh?
When he has the plutonium orgasm.
Oh, okay. I was like, what the f*** are you talking
That was a
about?
stretch, but I was getting there.
Yeah.
So
So we're going to try these,
yeah.
and we're just going to see which one's better. We're going to just be drinking them throughout the podcast. One of them is American. It's not this one. This one's Canadian. So we're going to see if our friends from the north, the Canucks, do s'more whiskey better. These are whiskeys, by the way.
Yep.
If they do s'more whiskey better, because I feel like s'mores is an American thing.
Yeah, and we're not mixing with anything, so this
Nope.
is just straight whiskey. Oh. That's really sweet.
It's not bad. It's got an interesting aftertaste to it.
You know, it doesn't say it has peanut butter, but it kind of has a little bit of peanut butter taste to it.
Yeah, I think that might be the whiskey mixing with the marshmallow and the chocolate. But I agree. There might be a little peanut butter, little nut action that you're not expecting. Unexpected nut.
Yeah.
Everybody loves a little unexpected nut, right?
You know what it reminds me of?
You know, one of the actresses in this movie is familiar with unexpected nut.
Yeah, she was not expecting that. What is the peanut butter whiskey? There's two of them that we've had before.
Now we're bringing in other liquors here, but we have Sheepdog and
Sheepdog.
There's a really popular one. What's the other?
I forget the other one.
Screwball.
Screwball. So I personally like Sheepdog better.
I like them both. I think they're good.
Yeah.
Depends on how I'm feeling. If I'm feeling like a dog or I'm feeling like a screwball that day. Sometimes I wake up and I feel a little screwy. I'm going to screwball it up and I get me some screwball whiskey. This is pretty good.
Yeah. It's got that whiskiness, but yeah, it's
Okay,
really
if you had
good.
to give this a number score, 0 to 10. No, let's go to 100.
100.
What would you rate this whiskey? 0 to 100.
Okay. So 100 is like my favorite whiskey ever.
No, 100's are the worst. Yes.
No. I mean, like, that's where I would put my favorite whiskey is 100.
No, I mean, if you think, okay, yes.
Okay.
Like, 100 is, this is the greatest thing I've ever tasted. 0 is, I want to flush this down the toilet. Which, in a way, you're going to do that anyways.
Yeah.
Eventually.
I would, you know what? If it's just come down to taste, I would say probably a 65.
Oh, you know what? I was going to say 65 too. That being said, have you had a couple of sips of that?
I have.
Little sippy sip. Are you ready for quick Rick's quick flick, where you go through about the first 10 minutes and then we just give up?
Yes.
Okay. Quick Rick's quick flick breakdown. We need to make. All right. Let's go ahead and roll the new Quick Rick quick flicks breakdown graphic. Cool. That was awesome. Awesome. Cool. I like the little theme song we just did and the graphic. Quick Rick's quick flick breakdown.
Are you sure about that?
So go ahead and break this movie down for us. Quick Rick.
So, you know, number one, he's going to go through.
You sound like you're having a smorgasm there for a second.
Just for a second.
Like the Platonian guy.
So, starts off weird as shit. The guy walks up to his wife. You don't even know it's his wife. You don't
Yeah,
even know.
they meet on the street like, oh, sorry I'm late, to have a 1-minute conversation.
Yeah. It's like, sorry, I'm late. And she goes, we still on for dinner tonight? He goes, yeah. And then he walks away. Wait. I love you.
And then she goes, oh, by the way, I'm pregnant.
She goes, wait a minute. I got to tell you something right
I'll
now.
one up your I love you with.
I'm pregnant. And he goes, I'm going to be a daddy. Woo! It's fun. Like, he is such an over.
He goes through a roller coaster of emotions in this movie.
Then they start walking away, and
What's
then
his name? Johnny, right?
Johnny Liu.
Johnny Luau?
I don't think that's him. Johnny Liu. So, and then the very next shot, like, his wife is leaving, he's barely out of the shot, and then some chick gets abducted right in front of her, and they're like, hey, you saw us abducting this chick, so, of course, I'm going to slit your throat. And then throw you down the stairs.
She gets killed.
And then
I
throw
think
a
we're
knife at
getting
you.
too detailed with your quick flick breakdown.
Then
we got to kind of like, let's do the Cliff Notes version.
Okay.
Rick Notes.
She mad. She die. He mad.
You don't have to do it. You don't have to leave out words.
So he finds out his wife's dead. We don't get to see his reaction before we see the coworkers' reactions. Then we go to his reaction. He's on a roof. He loses shit.
Okay.
He goes, you know what? I'm going to go talk to the cop. Cop goes, ain't nothing I'm going to do for you. He goes, I want justice. Then he goes out and beats up a whole bunch of people.
Not very good.
Not very good.
He's very bad at being a vigilante. He thinks he's Batman, but he's not. He's more like...
He's like a voyeur Batman.
What was the superhero with the Wayans guy, Wayans brother?
Blank Man.
Blank Man. He's more like Blank Man. Blank Man was actually a better superhero than New York Ninja, but...
He does have superpowers, like being able to jump backwards and...
I don't think he realized it.
Roller skating.
Yeah. Okay, we're going to get to that. There's some glorious moments in this movie. And I will say right now, we're going to shit on this movie, but I'm going to tell you right now, I loved this movie.
Yeah. I mean, like, we said it before, but we'll say it again. This is why we do this podcast, to find the gems such as this. So
This is a turd in a haystack.
yes, you're gonna get your hands dirty.
Yeah.
But you're gonna be like, you know what? I won.
Right. So he basically goes through and he beats up every bad guy in the city except for the ones that killed his wife. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about that. But there's a very deep history to this movie.
Yeah. So you got to tell him this shit because this is
Right.
I'm gonna drink while you talk.
Okay. So this movie was made in 1984. Shot everything. The company that was making the movie went bankrupt. They shelved it, and apparently they lost the audio to the movie. They lost a lot of stuff. It was never edited. 6 to 8 hours worth of footage. There's a company called the Vinegar Syndrome has a kind of shady history. They started off restoring old movies, like classic vintage movies, and then they branched out, which they really got a name for themselves once they branched out. They started doing like B movies and stuff. There's a guy, I don't remember his name, but kudos to this guy who got the footage. He edited himself. He had to basically read what they were saying, their words, and come out with this movie. He had no idea where the movie was supposed to head, like the plot. He was going off of lip syncing, and he brought in a bunch of actors, some of which were actually in the movie. So the reporter girl was the original girl in the movie. The guy who looks like Elijah Wood, I don't know if you saw in the trailer, he's like eating his hair. This dude looks just like Elijah Wood.
Yeah.
He's actually a very popular voiceover actor. He came back and did the voice. And then the guy who did the voice for the biggest bad guy was a guy you've seen on this podcast before. He was a chainsaw guy from Voyage of the Rock Aliens, which you saw, which was another
previous
awesome
podcast.
movie. Yeah. So this guy re-edited everything to what he thought how he thought the movie was supposed to go. So good.
There's another thing that goes into this too is when you get a whole bunch of footage, movies are not shot in a particular order.
Mm-hmm.
So if this wasn't like had amazing labeling, he would have no idea. So he had to reimagine and recreate this movie based off of footage. So you're going, like, he and I have edited before, and holy shit, it is not an easy job. It is editing, even when you made the movie,
editing this podcast is not an easy job. It goes through two different people to edit it. I do the first edit, and then I have another guy who does he does the Gen Z edit. Because, I don't know those young folks YouTubing, those little YouTubers, what they do, but we try to make it as Gen Z as possible. I don't know if he even considers himself Gen Z, or what's the new one?
Alpha.
Gen Alpha? No, I think he's Gen Z. He's not that young. But there are times in this movie that feel like they could have been placed in at any point, because most of this movie is him fighting bad guys and losing a lot.
Yeah.
He loses a lot. And the first thing he loses is his wife. I'm going to play the first clip. This is my favorite clip of the movie.
Is this the roof?
This is the roof, but there's also, I added a little bit more to it.
Got it.
This is where he's distraught. He finds out his wife dies. He goes up on a roof. He had like a happy birthday, I guess, or happy, hey,
Okay.
I knocked you up. Here's some, and I knew he was in trouble because it looks like he couldn't blow up all the balloons all the way. So it looks like he was out of shape. Like, he didn't have very good lung capacity because all the balloons were like half blown up. And he finds out his wife is dead. We don't know how he finds out.
Yeah.
But he's very angry and distraught. And this is so good how he expresses his anger. So let's go ahead and watch the clip. Roll it.
It's not fair. Why? 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 Why?
That alone tells you how awesome this movie is. The little freeze frame. Why?
Oh yeah, we didn't edit that. That's what the freeze frame looked like.
Bravo, man.
Yeah. So something else that
There's a lot in that rooftop scene. Go ahead.
So here's how the rooftop scene opens. Number one, he's sitting there crying, and then his coworker, who is a female reporter, shows up.
He shows up towards the end. But apparently they had gifts they were going to give each other.
Yeah. So
what was one of the gifts? What was the gift she gave him?
So I don't know. So I don't know how he's the one who set the whole thing up, but I don't know how her gifts got up there. She gives him a postcard that goes, "I love you."
A postcard.
A postcard.
No joke. Like
Yeah.
and there's an address written on the front side. You don't need to mail out the
And
just put it in the gift.
And there was it had the address and everything, but it was in an envelope.
She's like, you can't open your present until your postcard gets here, probably. Like, hold on. But she didn't expect to get murdered. So when she gets murdered, the guy cuts her neck right here
And that's not what kills her.
and doesn't slit her throat. And then she gets stabbed in the stomach, which you can easily survive because the knife was like sticking out. She's probably alive and was like, I just need out of this marriage.
She saw how like overacting he was about, I want to be a dad.
The guy can't fight. He's a freelance sound guy who makes no money. And when he's supposed to be doing important stuff, he goes out to get breakfast.
Yeah.
And
so
that happens in the movie.
Yeah.
But he doesn't go get breakfast.
Yeah.
But he does show up with breakfast.
He does show up with breakfast.
Okay.
So the gift that he gets her is a framed picture of those two.
Oh my God. Yes.
That's his gift.
Yes.
She gives him a postcard that's from New York.
No. She gives him swords. A sword and a little smaller sword that was probably for his baby.
Yeah, it's like, here's a sword for you, and here's a little sword for baby.
Right. He is full of rage, and he wants revenge. This is the best part of the movie, because he's like, I need to get revenge for my wife's murder.
Yep.
So he has an interaction with a cop, and we did a little song for this movie.
You know how we love montages.
We love doing montages. We're gonna do a montage of him wanting revenge, justice. But check this out, because this is amazing, and we're gonna talk about his whole revenge or his vengeance after this clip. Go ahead and play it.
Wait.
What?
This city owes me
Well, what's that?
justice.
We need a fucking hero. Just a man with two swords who doesn't know how to fight. Now he's gotta keep practicing static kicks if he wants to avenge his dead wife. A fucking hero. Just a man who has no problems getting little kids killed. Now he's cutting himself through his emo phase, and he's doing it just for the thrill. A fucking hero.
Awesome. Yeah.
That city needs a hero.
That's not the first clip of that little kid getting shot either we're gonna play.
Yeah. That's not the last.
So
Yeah.
he wants vengeance. Technically, he doesn't really get it. We're going to go into that in a little bit. But so he goes on this whole thing where he just starts doing the whole Batman vigilante thing, and he starts beating up all the bad guys. And I'm telling you right now, these bad guys are horny as because the only thing they're doing is attacking women
For that
And-
purpose.
I'm just going to say, it's a little.
Yep. A little grapey.
We're not going to get too into that because we can sit here all day long and go, we know like what this director was thinking, like bad guys are just like, we want one thing and one thing only.
Yeah. I mean, so when you watch the movie, just know that here's what's going to happen. He wants vengeance, and then, there he goes.
There's this big sword and his little sword.
Yep. He's holding them both at the same time.
But he uses both of those
Yeah.
throughout the movie. Like his dead kid.
He's getting vengeance for his dead kid.
Right, and his dead kid's kind of helping him, guiding his hand like, here, daddy.
That must be the shots he missed because he never taught his kid how to use a sword.
Yeah.
Loser.
You miss 100% of the shots you don't take, though. Michael Scott.
Wayne Gretzky.
Okay, so the bad guys in this movie, we don't even know if they're all connected to each other. Because the guys that kill his wife pop up a couple times.
Yep. The guys
They
who
don't
kill
know.
the kids only.
They don't even know the biggest bad guy because they're like, "Hey, meet us here." When they meet him, they don't recognize the guy. He's a driver.
Right. They only
There we
touch
go.
on
There's some stupid bad guys right there.
Yeah. So these are the first bad
And
guys.
these are the most normal looking ones.
Yeah. So the movie just progressively gets crazier and crazier with the outfits. It's
Okay, this guy right here, he looks like most of the bad guys. He's got stupid face paint on.
Yep.
It looks like a thrift shop threw up on him.
Yeah.
It looks like they just went out and robbed a thrift shop. It's so these cops in New York should have been like, hey, look at that guy. His face is painted. He's wearing a cowboy hat. That's a bad guy. Let's arrest him. This scene is dumb. We don't have a clip for it. But this scene is really stupid.
Yeah.
Like the guy with the knife is like, you think he's part of the gang, and then he attacks him, and then he's part of the, when the ninja shows up, he's part of the gang again.
Yeah. So he basically robs, so this bad guy robs another group of bad guys, and he only gets $3.
Yeah. Like, give me all your money, and they give him $3. And they're like, he has a knife. We can't fight him. And then this guy shows up. They're like, let's fight him.
Yeah.
Let's fight the ninja guy. Like, come on, man.
Who, by the way, hits one of them with a throw. No, he doesn't.
No, he doesn't do throwing stars. He's not ready yet. He hasn't got
That's
his merch yet.
That's right.
He hasn't gone out and got his New York Ninja throwing stars yet.
He got customized.
He's in like civilian clothes and fights these guys, beats them up, and then he's like, oh, wait a second.
Now,
I can do this.
You know what makes him, though? What is the one thing they're trying to do that makes him, it turns the switch on, and he goes, you know what? It's time to murder. What do they try to take away from him? His wife's urn.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And it's this small.
His tiny little wife's
It's
urn.
like a little tiny
And he's like
urn.
sniffing by the water, and they show up like, give me that.
It looks like a trophy.
They go, give me that.
It looks
Give
like
me that.
it looks like a fucking trophy, and he's just like walking around New York, and
It looks like a little kind of like mini genie lamp where he rubs it, and his dead wife comes out and goes, I'm going to grant you a wish. What do you want? He's like, you know what I want.
I want you to not be dead.
I want you. Yeah, that's not what I was going to say, but
I know. Trying to steer it in the right direction.
So these bad guys were led to believe, the way the movie's set up is they're part of a ring of guys that are kidnapping girls. But they're getting they're going to get a little something from them before they kidnap them. That's not a girl, but he's got girlish features.
Now, he's a big part of this movie halfway through.
We don't even know what happens to this guy.
No,
yet.
he just... Okay. So we'll get into it later, but this guy, he plays a pivotal part later.
He's a
for
camera
about
guy
10
for the
seconds.
news reporter. And he has no fucking idea what car he drives to, by the way. We're going to talk about that. But the bad guys are supposed to be working, we're led to believe they're working for this big bad guy whose whole thing is kidnapping girls.
Yep.
What he's using them for, we don't know. But we're going to go ahead and show you the clip of him going, hey, I need you to kidnap these girls. Go ahead and roll that clip.
These are the ones I want.
I'll arrange it.
Any more available? I'm willing to pay extra. My clients have very large appetites.
The guy you saw in the car handing the Interpol guy the headshots.
Yeah, so we find out later he's in the Interpol. Well, he never proves it. He never shows the fucking badge. He just says it.
Here's the problem I have with this. Every girl that they want to kidnap has a headshot.
Right.
Like, are they all like failed actresses? Like, serial killers don't go like, let me get headshots of every person I'm going to kill, then I'll kill them. Like, I can't kill them if they don't have a headshot.
Right. So we have the next whiskey. Before we go any further, we have the next whiskey. This is called Bubba's MC.
Oh, you know what? That's Rick. This is like if Rick actually got arrested for all the crimes he actually does. This is the sketch artist's version that would be like, hey, look out for this guy.
That's my wanted poster.
Yeah, because he did go through a fedora phase.
I did.
Yeah. Rick, this is your sketch.
I have a picture.
I don't know why I'm holding this up. It's right behind me.
I have a picture that was painted of me wearing a fedora, and it looks just like that, except blue instead of yellow.
Some victims like to take paint pictures of their...
Oh, this one smells way better. Is it just me?
Try it. This is Bubba's Marshmallow Chocolate Whiskey. This is the American one.
So, I'm going to say this.
Not as good.
It smells better, and the chocolate is way more...
You know what? So before the podcast, I did something I shouldn't have done. I took a little whiff of both the liquors. And I instantly said, Bubba's smells better than that one. Tasting it now...
It smells better.
Tasting it now, the Revel Stoke tastes better.
Yeah. Canada for the win on this one.
Like, you ever have it where you smell it and then you taste it and it tastes different?
Yeah, so...
Sometimes when you smell it...
You're like, this is going to be all right.
It smells good, but it don't taste so good.
So this one, definitely the chocolate is more present.
My thing is, with this one, they tried to blend the whiskey too much with the
Yep.
flavor.
Yep.
The whiskey's coming because it's American. This one's American. We're all about our whiskey. Apparently, Canadians are more about their chocolate. But to accomplish what they're looking to accomplish, that the Rebel Stokes taste more s'moresy and more chocolatey.
So I'm gonna say this:
It's smoother.
Like, you know, Crown is way like Crown is pretty smooth, and it's got lots of sugar in it, and versus like Jack, which is much like a more whiskey. But so I'm thinking this probably has a lot more sugar in it than that one, and this one.
They're both the same alcohol content, by the way.
So, what is the thing like when you add like chocolate or orange?
Garnish.
No, the
ingredients.
Mother.
Yeah.
I'm brain farting on the word.
You're making me brain fart.
Right. I forget. I'll remember it.
Let's move on. In that scene, you saw the big bad guy in the movie. It was the guy with the glasses on.
Mm-hmm.
He's all we know is his name is the Plutonium Killer. Okay? This guy's weird as shit.
Yeah.
We don't understand. Like, again, when I say you watch this and you're like confused, it's okay.
Yeah.
Because we don't really understand what his deal is.
You're not alone.
Why he's dealing with plutonium, which is really hard to get, by the way.
Yeah.
It's another thing to have it on hand when you want to. And we say
Which
that
he
because
does.
we say that because this clip we're about to play happens like 3 or 4 times in the movie, and it's
In
really
different
weird.
contexts.
There's no context. There's no context.
Well, sometimes
This
it's by
guy
himself.
just sits in his limo.
Sometimes by himself, and sometimes with.
Whoa, right. But we don't know if the Elijah Wood driver guy who chews on his hair is sitting up front while he's doing it. He's in his, like, this guy lives in his limo.
Yeah.
We don't see him he leaves his limo at the end of the movie, but the rest of the time he's in there and he's
in cameraman face.
He's cracking open a cold hard case of plutonium, and this is what he's doing. Check it out. Just another Tuesday for that guy.
That I'm telling you, I think the driver's sitting up front and he's like, "You done, boss? You done?
He's like, let me know when you're finished so we can go back to your house.
Please, sir, may I have some plutonium?" He's like, "No."
I don't think he has a house, by the way.
Chocolate bitters.
Chocolate bitters.
Chocolate bitters. That's the word I was looking for.
Okay. So that's the big bad guy in the movie. The plutonium killer.
So here's the problem in this movie, it's riddled with problems, but this is just one of them.
Glorious
The plutonium killer is a serial killer that happens to be ravaging New York City. But he also happens to be the broker for a kidnapping ring for other women that he's not murdering. Then there is just rampant crime that's just happening for no reason, whether it's purse stealings and necklace
But we're
grabbing
supposed to think that it's all because of the plutonium killer. Because in a movie like this, when you cut off the head of the snake, crime stops.
Right.
But it's not the cops that are going to save the city, because I'll tell you right now, the cops are terrible too. The cop, there's a scene where the cop goes, "Hey, we have to follow the rules. You don't."
That's right.
So he's implying like, we need your help, do what you got to do. And then he does what he's got to do, and then they try to arrest him at the end of the movie. But the cops are really bad. There's a girl that the plutonium killer kills, and they're supposed to like do their due diligence and like take the body to the morgue and all types of, this is what they do.
Well, so no tape, no coroner, no investigators. They just like...
Well, I think they implied that the girl and the female cop was supposed to be the coroner too.
Yeah, but then she is undercover later. It's weird. All right, roll the clip.
So what do you want from me?
Call me with the autopsy report.
You know what it's going to be.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Like
the corner lady just looks at her like, you stupid slut.
yeah. Why didn't the cops take her? I mean, like they could have just walked off
Talk
the
about
shot.
doing the minimum. They're like,
Yeah.
we moved her off this cardboard box and
Right.
put her down here, and the cops just both. The first guy is the detective that's supposed to be helping Johnny Lou or wanting help from Johnny Lou, and the other girl is undercover, but we don't know why she's under. She just she wore the merch, the I Love the New York Ninja merch, and then she just goes to her car and gets kidnapped.
Yeah, so
she's apparently really good at kung fu or something too, because she beats up a couple dudes.
So she's like, I'm just gonna walk over here and like she talks like a coroner. She like talks like she's a coroner, and then all of a sudden she just walks away.
She just walks away. They all walk away. They just leave the girl in the trash can.
Yeah, they didn't
the
rope it up
plutonium
or
killer
nothing.
killed that girl, which I don't get. He's like, go find all these girls, and then he goes up and just hypnotizes the girl, and she goes, okay. He has his way with her, and then kills her. Like, you don't need, if you can just hypnotize somebody, you don't need a whole ring of criminals trying to kidnap girls that have no idea who they're working for, by the way.
He just straight up pulls out a necklace and goes, and then she goes, I'm coming with you.
And then he bangs her in his limo,
Yeah.
and then strangles her.
And then he plutonium.
No. He falls asleep with her in the car dead. And he gets robbed, attempts to get robbed by these two guys. He beats them up, and then at some point he dumps her into a trash can.
Yeah. Like, yeah, it's ridiculous.
Okay, so we have terrible cops. I'm going to tell you right now, the worst guy, I'm going to save this for the end. I have a label for this guy. Johnny, the main character, is the worst he's not a superhero, the worst protagonist, the worst hero I've ever seen.
him.
There he is, the New York Ninja, in his JCPenney sheet collection.
Yep.
I think that's like Martha Stewart collection.
He keeps having to adjust it too because it doesn't fit right. It's throughout the whole movie. It's ridiculous.
Right. This guy has a habit of letting people get roughed up before he intervenes. Like, these girls are getting like their clothes ripped off, and he's up there watching. I'm like, not yet, not yet, not yet. And then he jumps in. And he goes, okay, they've had enough. They've got kicked in the face and had been groped enough. I'll save them.
Their shirts get torn open. They're like halfway into the act, and he's like, hey,
yeah,
stop right there.
And this guy apparently is versed in kung fu or taekwondo, or he's Chinese, so I'm going to say it's probably kung fu or karate. He sees a kid getting roughed up by these bad guys, and he's like, I'm not going to do anything.
Nope, nothing.
He's like, I'm not going to do a goddamn thing. I'm going to let this kid get roughed up.
This kid.
This is not the first time this kid pays the price for our heroes miss.
That's right.
Just watch this clip. This is when he sees a kid getting roughed up, and he just is like, I don't have time for this shit. Roll it.
Whoa! Got you, punk.
Pay me what you owe. Now.
But I don't have any. Ugh, put me down! I don't have any money.
Yeah. So he gets roughed up. But that's not the worst thing that happens to this kid because of the New York Ninja.
What's funny is he just goes, hey, I'm just here mourning my dead wife. You guys go ahead and beat that kid up.
Yeah. So there's a scene that we don't have a clip for, but it's part of, I think you've already seen the clip in the Justice montage. Yeah. This kid gets shot because of the New York Ninja.
He's trying to protect the New York
Ninja. By the same people. So this guy's all about vengeance. I want revenge.
Yeah.
Those guys that beat the kid up and then shot the kid get away with it.
Yeah.
We never see him again.
After they shoot him and the kid. They shoot him and then he's just laying there.
The kid.
He's just laying on the ground going, ooh.
The ninja gets shot first, and the kid gets shot. And then this guy takes the kid back to his house, takes off his shirt, takes the kid's shirt off, and he's like, hey, I'm going to help you. I'm going to heal you. He gets shot in the heart, but apparently the bullet only goes through like his skin. So he pops it out. It's a full-on bullet.
Throwing star. He just starts digging his own chest with a throwing star.
And then the kid wakes up and no shirt on. The guy has no shirt on. He's like, will you be my friend? And he's like, I'll be your friend. And then they go fishing. This guy's in a banana hammock.
Yeah.
It's a little too low.
And he's just propping a leg up right in front of the
Right,
kid.
and the kid's catching a fish, and he's like, the fish is big, and the ninja's like, mine's smaller. And so this kid's like, I know you got me shot, but I want you to be my friend.
And we thought it was going to turn to like Roddy
John,
Kid, like
if John
montage.
Lennon would have survived, he's not going to go up to the dude that shot him and be like, you want to be my friend? This ninja lets so many people get roughed up before he intervenes. It's like, I got to let him understand why I'm doing this.
Yeah.
They have to learn not to hang around or walk in the eye shot of painted cowboys.
I know this is way off topic, but it just popped in my head.
Here we go.
Who was it? Was it John Lennon or Reagan that got shot because they were like, I'm in love with the actress that was like 14, Jodie Foster?
No. John Lennon was not in love with the actress. The guy who shot
That's what
him.
I'm saying. The guy who shot... Was it the guy who shot Reagan?
No,
or
it was Reagan. It was Reagan.
That's f***ing bananas, right? Like that some guy was like, you know what? I love Jodie Foster. Yeah, I'm going to get her attention by killing somebody that's famous.
How bad is this ninja? How bad of a superhero is this ninja? This guy, there's a scene where he just rolls around on roller skates.
He's a worst.
He's rolling around on roller skates fighting crime.
Yeah.
One scene. For some reason, they're like, hey, how about we do this scene on roller skates?
And it's the first time you see him in the ninja costume.
No.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yep. It's the first time you see him in the ninja costume. He's on roller skates. Because the first time he fights is against the people who try to steal the urn. And then the next time you see him, he's in a ninja suit on roller skates.
Yeah, you don't see him on roller skates ever again because it's probably like, that was a bad idea.
Yeah.
So he fights on roller skates. We did a little song about him on roller skates. Check it out.
Kicking ass on roller skates. Probably not effective, but decisions were made. Kicking ass on roller skates. When you wanna fight crime in the stupidest way. Dumb.
So we have another clip. During that,
yeah,
he does a flip.
It's cut into the shot.
And he's not on roller skates. If we have that clip, go ahead and roll that real quick.
Don't move, asshole!
Momentarily, his skates flew off. Then they landed, and he landed in the skates and kept rolling.
Yeah. Yeah.
God. I would love it if this whole movie was just him on roller skates. If
This
they called it
would've-
like the New York Roller Skate Ninja.
This would have been a great musical.
Yeah.
God.
So we had a terrible cops.
Yep.
We had terrible ninjas. We had terrible news people too. So this guy, Johnny.
He's the microphone
sound guy.
He's the sound guy. He's the boom operator, the sound guy for the news team.
Yeah, Rebel Stoke, baby.
Yeah, that's Rebel Stoke's way better.
Good, man.
And then there's the camera guy, which we saw earlier. And then there's a woman. She's the reporter. And then they have a boss who he's terrible too. They all suck.
They're so not aware of their surroundings, especially the camera guy. The guy's a moron. They shoot a scene where there's a bunch of bad guys doing shenanigans, and he's so stupid he doesn't realize that, hey, there's something very important going on. Check this scene out.
Hey, Randy, look at that.
My God, look what they're doing.
Hang on. Get ready.
They're
I gotta
destroying
get
that
this on film.
car.
These guys are probably on
Jack.
drugs. Man, that car's a...
Jack? Jack, that's your car.
Hey, that's my car!
So how do you not know that's your car?
Yeah. I mean, like, look, that's not, you know what? He's an idiot. He's a idiot.
He's not the only idiot in the group. Their boss is an idiot too.
Yeah.
He pulls up right after the New York Ninja shows up, and he's like, I already made merch. Check out my merch. He's hawking merch.
He didn't even know that it was a New York Ninja, because the throwing star that the New York Ninja had made says New York Ninja, but they didn't find out until after.
There you go. There he is.
Yep. He's like, check out this shirt I made.
Apparently he has a t-shirt press in his car.
Yeah.
We talked about the ninja, like, letting people get roughed up. When I was in, like, middle school, there was a teacher that would just, like, every day there was a fight, right? And this teacher, I'm not going to say his name, Mr. was an asshole. He would sit there and watch these kids fight, and when somebody lost, then he would intervene. And then I swear I saw this guy, like, trading money with another teacher, like they were betting on kids fighting. So he was probably like, hey, Rebecca, Stephanie said you're a bitch. What? And then they would go like, who you got, Rebecca or Stephanie? It was like clockwork. Like
you always got Stephanie.
He would show up. Yeah, Stephanie was a beast.
Yeah, Stephanie will always beat Rebecca.
And then when it looked like somebody was going to get seriously hurt, he's like, okay, stop.
Put the knife away, Stephanie.
Yeah. So the news guy was hawking merch.
You know, I had a I'm sorry. I had a gym coach. I don't know why, but
it's the gym coach.
No, not him.
Let me guess.
He.
Oh. Ooh.
Now, hold on. He and his wife were both gym teachers. Mr. and Miss. Right?
That makes sense.
Cool. So, but they both wore like the tightest pants and the tightest shirts that you could possibly imagine. And she, for some reason,
were they in shape?
They were. Like, I'm like,
if I was in good shape, I would wear the tightest shit possible.
So she had like the Farrah Fawcett, and then like halfway through the year, she would switch to like the ringlets. It was weird. It was like they thought they were in the
Now you're talking about hair.
Right. But anyway, I don't remember where I was going. I think he was the football coach. But then we also had a fat football coach. I don't remember his name. Richardson?
This is already
Coach Richardson.
This is going nowhere fast. Before we officially end it, we're supposed to play a game.
Oh shit.
We're supposed to play a game.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you. Because it's New York Ninja. It's very geographically named.
Yep.
We're gonna have our producers throw up skylines of popular cities. I say popular cities, producers. So when I say that, I don't mean like Madison, Wisconsin. All right?
Is Madison, Wisconsin a popular city?
But it's not one that we're ever going to guess. Don't be putting like Sheboygan, Michigan up there. Okay?
Better.
Popular cities. We're doing a bunch, so let's plow through this. We can't be thinking a whole lot. Go with your instinct. Let's see who knows their cities better than others.
No.
Oh, shit. It's like 2 big buildings. There's a river. The water is giving me something on this one. So you ready?
Yeah.
Go ahead. What'd you write? I wrote Portland.
I wrote Minneapolis.
Okay. Let's go with the next one. Ooh.
You want to just 1, 2, 3 it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh. Ooh. It's by water.
Ready?
1, 2, 3.
I wrote Chicago.
I wrote Chicago.
Okay. I think it's Chicago.
We're going to have a producer come out here at the end and tell us what each one was. But we're not going to remember which ones we wrote. Okay, next one. Come on.
Is that a bridge back there?
I don't think so. I'm ready. I could be wrong.
All right.
Las Vegas.
Vegas.
Yeah, I wrote Vegas too. Okay. Ooh. If I'm wrong on this one, then I'm an idiot, but
Okay.
Boston.
Cleveland.
Okay, go.
Salt Lake City.
Salt Lake City. We're probably wrong, but we're on the same page. I wrote Salt Lake City.
That's the only thing I can think of.
Yeah, okay. Next one.
Oh.
I know this one. Been there. Been there, done that. We might be on the same page on all these. Honolulu.
Honolulu?
Honolulu. Well, I spelled it right, but do I get points for spelling it right?
Did I spell it wrong?
It's Hono.
Oh. I can't see that.
Come on.
Hold on.
Our editor is going to do the whole bang, bang,
right.
bang, bang.
Cleveland. I think I'm
Atlanta.
Oh.
I don't go because I'm right because I have no idea.
I'm thinking that might be Cleveland.
Okay.
Do we have any more? This is the last one.
Oh, I know. I've lived here. Exactly what city this is. But
all right. Anchorage?
Anchorage. That is Anchorage. I shouldn't have said that because I just gave you.
No, I was going to guess Alaska, but I was trying to think of.
That's Anchorage. There's no other city as built up as that.
All right.
And Fairbanks is not on water. Is that it?
All right. Producers, come in here and let us know.
Let us know if we got the answers. Oh, we got more.
Oh, we got another one?
more. Oh. So, rapid. Ooh. Okay. I might have to say the same one I said before.
Are you ready?
I'm going to repeat what I said.
Boston.
Portland.
Oh.
God, if I'm wrong, then. All right. All right. So we're ready to guess the answers. Let's put the first one back up. Put the first one back up. There we go. So
what was this
you
one?
remember? You know what we said? Okay. What did we say?
Rick said Minneapolis, Stan said Portland, it was Cleveland.
Oh, and you said Cleveland like 7 times, but not the right one.
I think I said Cleveland twice, and
so
it was
we're both
not.
at 0. Go ahead. Next one. Is that the next one?
Yeah. Okay, we both got that one right.
Yeah, right. Bing. Okay, the next one.
You both got it right. Vegas.
Yep. We knew that one. The color is just.
Yeah. No other city looks like that at night.
It's gonna be close. This is gonna be close because we said the same thing on a lot of them. I said Boston, right? You said.
And Rick said Cleveland. It was actually Atlanta.
Shit.
Oh shit. Okay.
Are we still tied?
Yeah.
Yep.
2.
Salt Lake. We both said Salt Lake City.
Yeah, it was Denver.
Oh shit.
Okay. We're in the right area, but yeah, the mountains. This one we know we got. It's Honolulu.
Yeah.
Honolulu. Bing. Okay.
All right. So Rick said Cleveland, Stan said Atlanta. It was actually Charlotte, North Carolina.
Okay.
Oh shit.
Nothing for anybody. That one was tough.
You know, it's crap. I've been there. I can't believe I.
Yeah, but you're not going to memorize the skyline.
Yeah, that's true.
I roll through that intersection. Go ahead. Next one. Anchorage. This is Anchorage. Yeah. I lived here. Love this city. Love. Yeah, that's the classic skyline because of the water. They're so distinguishable if you've lived there. Yep. This is the last one? I said Portland.
I said Boston.
Yeah, it was Minneapolis.
Ooh.
Oh shit. Okay.
That was it? I thought we did in one more.
Nope, that was it.
Okay.
That was it. 4-4. Tied.
No, 3-3.
No. We both got
Anchorage.
4.
We tied. We tied. All right. We tied. So we're at the end of our movie. He doesn't actually get revenge.
Yeah, I don't understand how they didn't work that in.
Yeah, the guy who kills his wife doesn't actually die. We don't know. The guy who kills the kid gets away with it. The guys who kill the kid gets away with it.
Yep.
The guys who killed his wife get away with it.
And the guy who's been abducted, the guy who was like, he was underneath the guy who was ordering everything, but he gets away with it. And his two henchmen.
Because he says, I'm Interpol.
Yeah.
And the cops believe him because they're stupid.
He doesn't show a badge or anything. He just goes, I'm Interpol. I got to say, the winner, the Rebel Stoke.
I figured he would like the one that his picture's on.
Yeah, but this one.
But he doesn't want to like.
The Rebel Stoke. If you're going for some s'mores.
Yeah, if you're gonna be like, today I want to drink s'mores flavored liquor, because you have to mix it up a little bit, which means you got a problem.
Definitely
we don't have a problem.
Definitely go for the old s'moregasm. Yeah, we definitely don't have a problem.
No. But anyways, here comes a part that we love in this podcast.
Yep. We don't get to do it as often as we like.
Most of them are ninja movies. Yeah. Every one we've done involved ninjas. A lot of people died in this movie. A lot of good, hardworking criminals ate it at the hands of the ninja.
The New York Ninja.
And we don't want to let them just die in vain. We want to keep their memory alive. So, because there are so many deaths in this movie, we're going to roll out an in memoriam. And please, show some respect for the fallen idiots.
Moment of silence.
Give a moment of silence and enjoy our in memoriam. It's kind of like the Grammys, but better. Check it out.
New York in the 80s was a criminal's delight. Even though most went down without a fight. A Chinese star was an easy way to send these fools right to their grave. And shooting little kids in the park was all the rage. But we still remember you, even though you died like fucking clowns. We still remember you, even though it didn't take much to take you down. So easy, so cheesy, yeah. We remember you, wish you were still just hanging around, but you're dead. We'll light a candle for you instead and see you on the other side.
Rest easy, you sleazy, cheesy, peasy, lemon squeezy, peasy.
Oh God, this was a great one. Overall,
There's no reason. We don't know why I don't remember why the fucking helicopter exploded at the end.
Yeah, I think that there was a bomb in it that he threw in there, but I don't know where he got the bomb. I don't know. I don't fucking know.
The kid, to be fair, the kid didn't actually die.
No.
So before you cancel us for child murder, we didn't do this movie. We did claim that the kid died. He didn't die. But we do know he was unsupervised and we have no idea who his parents were. Apparently they were cool with him being with the ninja for several weeks.
Yeah.
There's a point where they're wearing shirts in their bedroom that says several weeks later, and then they're fishing in their banana hammocks.
Yeah.
Well, for him, it wasn't a banana hammock. It was like a slice of orange hammock. So, who is your asshole of the movie?
Man, there's a part of me that wants to say the plutonium killer. There's a part of me that wants to say the cop. I'm gonna say the cop. Because the cop, the main detective.
Just say the black guy.
The black guy.
Stop trying to pretend like you don't know that he's African American.
He's
the black
guy.
cop, yes.
The black guy. So, I mean,
what is it? Can you describe the guy who? Well,
he was wearing a brown shirt.
He was wearing a brown shirt. He
was 6'2".
6'2". Yes, we know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So there's a couple reasons that I have this. Number one, he doesn't solve the murder of the guy's wife or any other crime, like ever. Sure. Then he wears that fucking stupid fucking hat.
Yeah,
where it's tucked in. He's like,
he does this little tuck thing.
He's like, stupid.
Rick does not like dudes who tucks.
No.
He's not a tucker.
Don't tuck. Yeah, he tucks his hat weird, and then he's like, "Hey, ninja."
I'm all for tucking. If you want to tuck, tuck away.
Then he's like, "Hey, ninja."
Friar tuck.
He's like, "Hey, ninja, we have to obey the rules.
We're a little toasty on some marshmallow liquor right now. I'm toasty.
I love whiskey.
And our producers didn't even slip us Mephisto this episode.
I gotta say, I love whiskey.
You love Smorgasm whiskey?
I love whiskey in all of its forms.
Okay.
Whiskey is good.
My turn.
Well, done.
No, you're done.
And then he's like, hey, I'm going to arrest you.
Shut up. You're done. My asshole of the movie is the main character, Johnny the Ninja. He let the kid get shot. He let the kid get roughed up. He let his wife get killed. He let all these girls get, molested before he intervened. And he never got vengeance for his wife.
Or the kid.
Or the kid. You can slap me if you want to. Thank you. I feel bad about doing that. This is my best friend. My best friend right here.
Do you know how many years we've been best friends?
Right, and I've never been on a whiskey bottle. You have. Yeah, we've been best friends since 2008. 2008, which is, do the math, 16 years, folks. Too long. It's been way too long. It's been a burden on my wallet and my soul.
We have fun, though.
We do. Okay, are we done with this train wreck of a podcast? Every podcast is a train wreck, but in the best possible way.
I love this movie.
I did too.
Is
it so bad it's good? Oh yeah, it's so good it's good. This movie is amazing.
Watch this movie with other people.
Yes.
Don't watch it by yourself. Get your group together. Go. Let's watch this movie and let's just go. What the? Why? Why? And you got to do like the jump kick, and hopefully you don't kick.
If you have some plutonium, crack it open.
Start jerking it. You know, like it is a fun ride from start to finish. Just so you know, the lips don't match up. There's nothing wrong with your copy of the movie. That's just a movie.
The lips lie, but the hips don't lie.
That's right.
Shout out to Shakira. Still hot.
And the chick with the giant knockers that dies. Her hips didn't lie.
Oh, in the movie.
In the movie.
Yeah. Yeah. Brenda Pecos.
Just so you know, if you're going to watch it with your kids,
she was in the In Memoriam. Brenda Pecos.
Yep. If you happen to be watching this with your children, when you see the guy that's hypnotizing her, go, "Hey kids, walk out of the room for about."
That's the only part that that's the only part you got to pause.
Yep.
Pecos means boobs in Spanish.
It does. And she has big boobs.
Or I may be pronouncing that wrong, but anyways, let's go ahead and end this shit right now.
I'm Rick.
And I'm still Stan.
And we're going to take one for the team.
And you guys all took one with us. Have a great
night.
Rick and Stan are gonna take one for the team.